안녕하세요. 오랜만이에요. I got a new haircut. And about the therapist I talked about the other time, it went well. It went well. It felt like talking to an old friend. The first time in a really long time where I completely opened up to someone about how I feel, how I'm feeling, what is going on in my life, what I plan to do in the future, how I plan to do it, my plans and everything. Just completely opened up and ended up crying a lot during the session. So I cried on the day I made the video on my birthday, and the next day when during the therapy session I cried again. So starting the new year with tears. I wouldn't say that's a bad way to start a new year anyway, but yeah. So these days I've been learning a new language. Been doing that for the past say 2 months now, and I just realized that learning a new language would help you understand more of your language. Yeah, learning a new language in the language you already know will help you understand more, will teach you more about the language you already know while you're also learning a new one. Because I'm learning the new language with my current language. Mm. I'm learning the new language with my current language, and I'm realizing so many things. I'm learning so many things that I probably have forgotten. There are words I use every day, but like the category, how they are, the origin, how they are formed. There are so many things about English language that I didn't know before. I probably have forgotten during school time, after school. There's just so many things I'm learning, and I think this is my fourth language. My first language, of course, was my mother tongue, Igbo. Second, English, the official language in Nigeria. Third, French, and now my fourth language, Korean. I also realized now that I'm self-studying for the past 2 months and I'm already at A1, I'm inching towards A2, finally getting towards A2 now in the past, just in 2 months, though I still have a long way to go, but I'm inching towards A2 right now. I just realized that if I had given that much attention, if I had spent that much time studying French the way I'm studying Korean right now, I would have at least by this time, because it's been 2 years of living here. By this time, I would be probably at B1 or B2 in French. But I wasn't this serious with learning French in the first place. I was serious because I wanted to be able to communicate with my colleague, but and or the Congolese customers, the Congolese clients too. But I wasn't this much serious. I didn't have that much motivation to push me toward learning every day. I just learned whenever I feel like it or whenever I had the time. And then I use translations a lot. I use translators a lot. But this one, I'm learning every single time that I have a free time. Morning, afternoon, night, kumbuyo. I study before I leave for work. I study while at work. I study when I return home. I study before bedtime. And then in the morning, I consider like every single day, I study not less than 3 times a day. I write, I read, I memorize. Like it's become a daily habit. It's something I do every day, and if I don't do it like 2 or 3 times in a day, it feels like I'm missing out on something. So it's become a habit for me. Something I've been doing for the past 2 months. So if I had put this much effort into learning French, I would be at least A2, B1, at least B1 or B2 right now, after 2 years. But I just know enough to have basic conversation with clients and with my colleagues, and that's where I stopped. So I just passively learn it. Maybe if I come across a new word, or if I want to say something and I don't know what it means in French, I just type it into Google, find what it means, how to conjugate it, and then use it. I don't have a book for it like I do for Korean. I had to okay, I had to bring a book all the way from Nigeria for this study. It's that serious for me. The level I'm aiming for is very high, so I have to put in this much work, even more if I can, if even more work to get to that level. So, but compared to French, I didn't have a notebook. I didn't even write much about it. I didn't constantly watch videos on the conjugations on even movies. I didn't even constantly watch movies on French. I don't even know if I watched about up to 10 videos on French to help with my listening skills. But I think my level, and I haven't taken any test to determine that, but I would say that my level in French is between upper A1 and maybe A2 because I can understand conversations in French. Maybe around A2, I would say around A2, maybe a solid A2 or maybe beginner A2 kind of level. That's where I am in French. But I think one of the reasons, if I were to give an excuse though, is that I don't communicate. I don't communicate much with clients. I don't communicate much. I just a basic conversation of okay. This is where your goods is, this is what your kilo, this is the information you need to know about just concerning business. Like I don't have a Congolese friend that I constantly communicate with. I don't have friends outside work that I communicate with. The only person I speak to, I have conversation with daily in French is my colleague, my Congolese colleague. Aside him, I do not have conversations with most people outside. And then the customers that come to make inquiries, aside from them, I do not have a Congolese friend that I communicate daily with in French to improve my French. So I do not have much interaction with the outside work, like outside the work environment. So, which is also one of the big reason that I am not studying French as much as I should. I don't know much French too. And I haven't actively gone out of my way to make friends or to try and improve my French. I just felt like I just needed to learn it for the sake of communicating with my colleague and then the French, the Congolese clients. Aside from that, I did not have any motivation. I did not motivate myself enough to learn the language. But from this, my fourth language, I do not have any language exchange partner at the moment, but I am studying. Mm, I am studying like I watch the videos, I read text, I take notebooks. I have like three notebooks there filled with grammar, vocabularies, and everything. I write, I read, I listen, I take tests. I try to take a mock test every 2 weeks at least. The intention, my goal was to take it every weekend to assess my level and then see improvements in what I learned within the week, throughout the week. But sometimes I forget to take it on Saturday or Sunday. So like every once in every 2 weeks I try to take tests to determine my level. And then the last test I took, which was like 2 weeks ago, I did very good. I passed the A1 level and was just 6 marks away from A2. So I'm doing good. And again, if I was specifically studying for a topic, I would have passed A2. So judging from what I see online and how people are studying for a topic. Because I'm aiming to study is something that I have to communicate in the language every single day. I have to take lectures in the language. I have to communicate in the language. I have to read the language, text in the language. I have to respond with the language. So it's not something that I just have to cram so many vocabularies and grammar patterns just for a topic alone. I need to fully understand the language. I need to fully comprehend, speak, understand, relate. Like I need to know in depth. I need to know the language in depth. I need to understand it. I need to comprehend it. There's a lot. It's not for me, it's not about passing topic. It's not about getting the highest level in topic. It's about understanding the language, knowing that this is what I'm going to be living, eating, drinking, sleeping. Like the language is what I'm going to be dealing with every single time, every single day. So I need to fully understand the language. If I were just studying to pass topic, I would probably be inching towards B1 now with all the vocabularies and then the cramming and grammar patterns. But no, I'm learning to understand the language and not to cram enough vocabularies into my head. But I mean, I've been taking topic in for about a while, so I still have the time to fully understand the language before I actively start preparing for topic. But while I'm still learning the language, I'm also taking topic tests to determine my level to see I mean, the result of what I've been studying. So that's what I've been doing these days. Before I end the video, let me know what have you been up to these days? What have you been up to these days? I don't usually ask for comments in my videos, but what have you been up to these days? Are you also studying a third language or fourth language or second language? What are you studying for? What are you studying? What have you been up to? And if you're also studying a language, you're also learning a new language, what are your processes? What are your strategy? What are your tips for learning a new language? And what level are you in? And why are you learning the language if you want to talk about it? and I'll see you in my next video.